The trickle-down of carbon taxes on everyday business is being felt in British Columbia. Yesterday, Lafarge announced that they would be shutting down their cement plant in Kamloops, BC, and laying off 36 employees. The company has cited the tough economic conditions facing Alberta in particular as their main reason behind the closure. And the closure comes only a year after Arcland Performance Applied shut down their chemical plant in Kamloops as well. These two closures of heavy industry are indicative of the war on industry that our bureaucrats and their friends in the environmental community have been waging. In the case of the Lafarge plant, there is good evidence that the British Columbia carbon tax, now 8 years old, has contributed to the closure. Not only has the BC government raised the carbon tax from $10 a ton up to $30 a ton, but as Nelson Bennett breaks down in his Business in Vancouver article, cement imports to BC have gone up. According to the Cement Association of Canada, in 2008, when the carbon tax was introduced, the province only imported 5% of our cement. Now in 2015, that shot up to 40%. This is all according to the association's submission to the province's climate leadership team. In just 8 short years, our province has upped our cement imports 8-fold, outsourcing British Columbia jobs, and now, yes, the direct closure of a cement plant due to this carbon tax. So when we tell Rachel Notley and Justin Trudeau their carbon tax, or price on pollution, as the climate Barbie prefers, will be a job killer, well, there's plenty of evidence to confirm this right here in BC. I was able to reach the Lafarge plant manager Eric Eisner by telephone this morning. He told me that the economic conditions of the prairies were a big factor and said that there are issues around competitiveness with their plant compared to others outside BC.
Sure. Well, again, we've been challenged in the last couple of years with the market downturn in the prairie provinces. We've been shipping material to markets in Alberta, and with that drying up, it was going to be a situation where we're running at reduced capacity for the foreseeable future.
Isn't that the crux of all this? The fact that for 8 years, BC has intentionally made our province an uncompetitive jurisdiction when comparing local industry to those nearby? And if we do reduce or eliminate emissions by forcing heavy industry to move or close, are we really actually reducing emissions or just sending those emissions to be produced elsewhere along with the economic benefits? I say yes. That's precisely what a carbon tax does. It drives businesses elsewhere. And it's not just the cement industry that's feeling the negative impacts of the BC carbon tax. The pulp and paper industry is feeling the pain as well. In 2015, Catalyst Paper Corp reported that they paid $9 million in carbon tax on the natural gas they consume, and another $8 million that they pay to shippers that also pay the tax. The company maintains that the tax puts them at a global disadvantage for investment. And with a pulp mill and plywood plant set to be the only heavy industry left in Kamloops after Lafarge ceases operations, they are under extreme pressure from this tax as well. And that pressure will only increase come 2021 when the federal tax comes into effect in BC, bringing the rate to $40 a ton. Carbon taxes kill jobs and investment, and they're only revenue neutral to the government, not to those who pay it. Canada is setting itself up for economic hardship while heavy industry shutters and jobs and their emissions move elsewhere, but we can fight back. For the Rebel.media, I'm Christopher Wilson. Thanks for watching. Absolutely, we can fight back, and how you can do that is going to stopthecarbontax.com and signing our petition against this job-killing, industry-stifling, and uncompetitive tax. Do it now.